Warriors, what's up, guys? So I've had a little mission going on for the last, several, it's just been going on for about an hour or so. Basically, I tried to make a video for you guys, and then my phone died. I didn't pay attention to the battery, and it died. So I was like, geez. So it wasn't finished, and I didn't want to upload it or whatever. Then I made another video, and I didn't like it, so I deleted it. And then basically I was like, damn, let me use my tablet. So I have, the iPad Pro, a really nice tablet that was gifted to me by my boss, and I was like, let me use that, and the camera is great. So I was using the tablet, and then out of nowhere it just turned off, and I was like, man, I thought I had some battery. It said like 24%, and then I looked at it, and it like turned off. I don't know why. So I just let it charge for a while, and I was just cleaning up my little hotel room, because you guys know I'm from Miami, but I'm here in Pensacola on business, and yeah, I had a mission making videos, so here I go again. Let me try to do it, and basically I'm gonna make it quick because I'm tired. I'm about to go to sleep. I haven't been sleeping good because I've been going crazy working, and I just trying to make some extra money. I worked during the day today. I basically got a nasty headache all day. Came back home, tried to take a nap, and I turned on one of my side hustles. I went and I did some DoorDash, and I made some quick money pretty quick. And Richie told me, she goes, go home, you need to get some rest, Jason. And I was like, all right, I'm going home. So basically, I tried to make the videos, and they weren't working. So I said, like, let me just make a quick video for you guys here, and then I'll make sure that my GoPros come in pretty quickly too. So the first thing, the video topic is going to be, can you cope during benzo withdrawal? Is there any coping? Is there some coping mechanisms, things like that? There's not too much of coping that you're gonna do. You're not gonna be able to really accept this. You just, some people are gonna be like, you just have to accept it, and you can't. There's no accepting this. You're not gonna be able to just like. With me, I couldn't accept the way I felt. I had the most brutal symptoms that any man in this benzo withdrawal, from long-term use of prescription, and going rapid taper off of alprazolam, Xanax. It's just the most brutal hell that you could ever even imagine. You just like, and also please, I ask you guys, don't leave another one of those comments and say, don't call turkey, don't do that, you're an idiot. Don't leave me a hate comment. If you don't like my videos, kick rocks. Don't come back, please. I'm not going to entertain you. I'm here to help people. I'm here to give people support. I'm here to grow my channel so I can get the message out there. I'm here to, take people's messages. I'm here to, help people. I'm giving back. That's all I'm doing, right? Another thing, guys, thank you so much. I've been getting some more subscribers. It means a lot to me. It does, because that means you guys like my videos, and for the most part, I get a couple of people that put thumbs down. That's life. You're gonna have your haters. People are not gonna like you. But back to what I was saying is, you're never gonna really be able to cope with this until you start to get a little bit better. Okay, after 2 years, every single day was until I was able to kind of, so to speak, accept this and basically say, Jason, you're probably not gonna get better. You're fucked for life. You're not gonna recover. And I just accepted it, and I just said, it is what it is. This is my penalty of life. I was one of the people that got fucked in life, and that's it. I'm done. And that wasn't true. A year later, I was 95% better, and I wrote a post that I recovered from benzo withdrawal. And I'll say somewhere 90% that are, after 3 years of fucking torture, 2 years of absolute fucking hell on earth. All right, so if I could get better, anybody could. Okay, I had a lot of fucking shit in my life. Okay, from the time I was 9 to 12, I was an abused child. My father locked me in a closet and he beat me every single day. Okay, I had to eat my dinner in the bathroom. Okay, I was beaten brutally for the first from 9 to 12 years of my life. Okay, then I ran away from my house and I moved to my mom because my father brainwashed me and I wanted to rebel. Okay, at the age 15, I was getting into trouble. I was having sex. I was smoking weed. I was getting involved in the gang shit. I was a bad kid. At the age 17, I got into some pretty big trouble and I got charged and direct filed, charged as an adult, and I spent a year of my life here in a prison in Florida. Okay, I went to Dade County Jail. I spent some time in there, and they transferred me to the reception center where I got my prison number, and then I went to a boot camp, and I was sentenced to a year and a day, and I did some boot camp. All right, so after that, I had 4 years of supervised probation. The first 2 of them I was on community control house arrest, and then the next 2 I was on basic probation. Right. And then I met Xanax, and I stayed on it, and my sister ended up losing everything and having a lifelong problem with drugs. I had a problem experimenting with drugs, on a so-called regular basis. A lot of marijuana. I did a little bit of cocaine, pills, painkillers. I had my thing. I drank when I was in high school. I didn't, take care of my life. Then, I got up to 300 pounds, and I lost 100 pounds in benzo withdrawal, and I really believe that the fasting that I did intermittent fasting, for every single day for a year. And I believe, and I did long-term fast too. So basically after I would do 18 hours of fasting and only 2 meals a day, and just basically, only eating 2 meals, no snacks, I started to do 24-hour fast, and then I started to do, 36-hour fasts and things like that. And it's just absolutely amazing, and I recommend it to anybody, but, I don't recommend it to you in benzo withdrawal. I want you guys to recover first. You do what you want. Fasting was the most important thing for me in benzo withdrawal. I believe that it helped me the most. I believe that fasting helped me recover from benzo withdrawal in 3 years instead of 6 or 9 or 10, right? Because of the severity of my withdrawal, the long-term use, and the so fast that I came off of it. I believe that the fasting and eating in a way that I did, basically speeded up my recovery, because there was nothing else that worked. Supplements, I tried everything, exercising, none of that shit worked at all, nothing. Okay? But they come to find out that fasting, is curing everything. Dry fasting, guys, is shown to cure any problems in the body, and even it's curing cancer. So just research it a little bit. But back to what I was saying, there's no really coping or acceptance in this. You're not gonna accept it. You feel miserable every day. You can't do nothing. You just want to lay in the bed. I laid in the bed every day for over a year, shaking. You just can't. You don't want to do anything. You just can't believe this is happening to you. Everybody doesn't know what's going on. Your fucking anxiety is through the roof. Regular anxiety and benzo withdrawal anxiety is like 2 different animals. You guys will be able to go back to work. You guys will be able to, do the things that you want to do. Go out with your friends, go out to dinner, your wife, your husband, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever you have, whatever you do. You guys will be able to go to the movies again. I go to the movies sometimes with my son. You guys will be able to go shopping in the store. You guys will be able to, you know, just live again. You know, your life is gonna come back. You know, take care of yourself. Eat good. Stop eating fucking garbage. Stop eating processed, refined food, number one. Help yourself out, you know? Don't do the diet that I did. Don't do the keto diet and don't do what works for you, okay? If a supplement works for you, take it. Don't take magnesium glycinate because I did it, all right? Don't do anything that I did. I'm just telling you what I did. I'm not giving you recommendations. I'm not a doctor. I'm not giving you medical advice, none of that. I'm just telling you guys, you know, what worked for me, all right? So, yeah, basically, again, this is my video. It's about, will you be able to cope? Will you be able to accept this? You know, will you get better and be able to do things again in life? Yeah, you're gonna be able to do it all. I'm gonna go to sleep, guys. I'm really tired. I love you all to death. Thank you, my Benzo warriors. Please, again, I'm always gonna guys gonna ask you, anybody new to my videos, please subscribe for me. Put your likes, you know, go through my videos, watch my journey if you want, you know. And if you don't like my videos, please don't ever watch them again. Don't leave me dirty comments. And you know, other than that, that's basically all I ask for you guys. You know, it's all up to you. If you guys like my stuff, you know, then keep coming back. You know, a lot of people like me. I give it to you blood raw. I'm not gonna lie to you and say you're gonna get better right away. I'm not gonna tell you that because it might not happen. You know, yeah, I'm gonna tell you the truth. So just be prepared for it. Take care of yourself. Eat better. Stay home in the bed. Don't do nothing. You know. But while you're laying down and your muscles are getting more weak, I can't do anything in benzo withdrawal, Jason. Neither could I, but I still went for a walk. Even though I couldn't walk, I still tried to do something. I couldn't do anything. I was so debilitated, but I still did something. When my legs couldn't move or whatever, I did arm exercises. You gotta try to do something. Laying in that bed just making you weaker and weaker, you know? But, you know, for the first year, I laid in the bed. I couldn't do anything else, you know? But if you start to feel a little bit better, try to do something. The longer you lay in your bed, we all know this, just like a person in the hospital, your muscles, you know, eventually, you know, bedridden for 5 years, you know, your muscles, you're going to have so much muscle weakness, you're probably not going to be able to walk anymore. You know what I'm saying? Much love, guys. I gotta go. Keep your head up. I'm gonna make more videos. Peace.